Roads? It's the Ernest Hancock Show. Where we're going, there aren't any roads.
No roads? Heck, the U.S. Constitution made sure there was postal roads. You're going to have roads? Well, they're going to be the government's roads. And like Sandra Spooner, he's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to deliver mail. In Boston, I'm going to deliver 3 times a day. We're like Western Union, man. They just go around and deliver mail. I got a mail. Hey, somebody stand around and go deliver the mail. They go, no, you can't do that, postal roads. Can't. Constitution says you can't do it. Oh, yay. Hooray for the Constitution. You know, it's just, there's so much stuff. Well, these were problems that the state legislatures saw as being a problem about having this collective authority, you know, they're going to take the swampland out there, you know, where Washington, D.C. is now, and they're going to turn it into whatever. And they built the White House first. And then you know, you can get in all this stonemason thing and how they did it and designed it and you know, whatever. I mean, because they can't. Might as well just call them Halliburton. It's always somebody going to get your money and do whatever the heck they want with your money, and they're going to build idols to worship. You know, just like whatever they've done this in Europe and throughout. Heck, you know, pagan societies of, you know, Mesoamerica. I mean, it's just, you know, there's always some pyramid or something. To what? To them, you know, see, we're over here. This is, you know, I remember when they did this, it was the baseball stadium, the Diamondbacks baseball stadium. We were heavily involved against that and going back and forth and proper role of government and spending our money and so on. And one of the state legislators, a guy named Rusty Bowers in East Mesa, he made a really good point. He goes like this. He says, you know, the reason humans build these edifices, you know, to these large structures and everything is to fill a void that they have inside themselves. It's to represent, it's the Colosseum. You know, it's to give them some kind of a identity. You know, see, we have a National Football League, a National Baseball team, a National whatever, you know, here in Arizona IA. And it's just, it's like we have some kind of a self-esteem problem. Well, not as much as they are able to exploit. I mean, I don't think it's as bad as they think, but that's what they play on. They, them, those. Now, those who just want to be left alone, those won't leave us alone. Let me tell you who won't leave us alone. It's the guy that's got his hand in your wallet. They always got their hand in your wallet. Yep, you know, that's just how it rolls. Well, the state legislatures, they, you know, hey, we just had this war. We combined our efforts to, you know, I break with thee with the British Empire, so now we're like on our own. Yeah, we'll take care of it. It's all good. They go, no. Hamilton said, if we can't tax nationally, how can we fund a sustained war? Well, that's a good enough reason not to do it right there. You know, I said, you know, So anyway, here they come with it. Well, then the states go, yeah, I don't know, no. There's you read the Constitution without the Bill of Rights, you could see their mindset. It was all about the power. The power of eminent domain, the power to tax, the power to regulate commerce. If I was Lord God King Bufu of all I surveyed, what the hell else would I want? The power to tax you? The power to regulate any commerce that you had amongst you? You know, seriously. You know, the power of eminent domain to take your stuff if I deemed it in my sovereign immunity interest of, you know, me, I'm the government. I'm going, this is a freedom document? What the hell are they smoking? A lot, I'm sure. So, this is what they come up with. The conventions of this is part of the preamble. It's just one of the little 4 paragraphs. I've got to read the whole thing. The conventions of a number of the states now it's conventions of the states. I mean, a lot of the states had their own convention. They're going, hey, man, you want us to ratify this Constitution thing? We got to have us a deal. You know, there's something we got to do here. The conventions of a number of the states having, at the time of their adopting the Constitution, expressed a desire, in order to prevent misconstruction or abuse of its powers, that further declaratory and restrictive clauses should be added, and as extending the ground of public confidence. See? Now it's got a little PR action here. In the government. If we're going to extend some kind of public confidence that we're going to accept this Constitution thing, when it's all about the power, you know, if we're going to do that, and as extending the ground of public confidence in the government will best ensure the efficient ends of its institution, be it resolved by the Senate and House representatives that when they ratify and enough people vote for, we get these amendments, okay? The reason that they did it is like when they did their conventions in order to ratify the Constitution, they're going, hell no. We need no, heck no. Well, then the argument on the other side was what? I mean, if you go around listing rights, they're just going to say, hey, man, it wasn't listed. We can do that. They didn't say nothing about you could use the internet for, doing whatever you want. The internet wasn't back then. Machine guns weren't back then. Whatever they conjure up. So this is kind of the deal. So which amendment would you want to read? The First Amendment, it's a freedom thing. You get to say and think and worship, the freedom of thought and expression, these kind of deals. Turn off my phone. So these are the kind of, things that was on top of their mind. They just went through this. They had the abuses of the case. Does it say that you can't do what we just fought a revolution for? Well, if it doesn't say it, well, then we need to say it. First Amendment. What protects the First Amendment? The Second Amendment. I got my liberty teeth going on. All right, firearms. Then it goes on, you can't quarter soldiers, Fourth Amendment, I should be secure in my persons, and it goes on about you can't, be tortured, renditionized and enhanced interrogation, confess something or whatever, and then, jury trial. In all matters, okay, which one is that? I think it's a 6, yeah. In all criminal prosecutions, this may be one that I'll pick. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. How many of these have they violated? I mean, with this, you don't get a lawyer. You're an enemy of the state. Well, heck, that's kind of what this was for. That's why they put this in there. And the Seventh Amendment, another one. In suits at common law where the value and controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of common law. So what this is, double jeopardy. You can't keep trying somebody. Well, they just come up, they'll charge them something else. It's a state crime, we're going to do it in the federal. We're going to go back and forth because they can, all right? Well, it violates certainly the spirit of it, if not even the letter. Well, here we have, if it exceeds any controversy of $20. Well, what's $20? What's a dollar? Well, when we talk about Coin Act, a dollar is, 3/4 of an ounce of silver. All right, so let's do 23 ounces of silver. All right, well, how much is that? 20 times 0.77 is like 20, times 30, it's under $1,000, or whatever. I'll do the math here in the break, but I'll tell you, when it exceeds that, I want to try. I want to try by jury. Nope. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture. And here in Arizona, if there's going to be a prison sentence, you get a trial, but they don't do it. Why? Because they're the government. So how much does this apply? We'll talk about it a little more when we come back. You stay right there.